This is Sarah Thornburg, and I will be showing you the database Publishers Bindings Online 1815 to 1930, The Art of Books. The first thing we'll do is enter the site address, like that. And so you see on the first page that there are different galleries, and they're divided up by different qualities of the books, like a certain artistic feature or a certain historical event that occurred that you can see on the binding and things like that. So we'll just click one and we'll scroll down and you can see the different categories in the different databases. And we'll click the first one, and here you see some scholarly information related to the contents of the gallery, and you have different pictures and they have their numbers so that you can identify the picture in the gallery. And you can search the database within a specific gallery, and you also see down here at the bottom that there are different sources. Some of them are just sources, and then some are web resources and suggested reading and things like that. So we'll go back to the first page. And the next thing that we'll look at are the teaching tools. They've developed some lesson plans based on some of the galleries and then some just based on other topics. We'll scroll down and you can see the different lesson plans that they've developed. Some of them are age specific, and you can get them in a Word document or a PDF. So now we'll go back to the first page and look at the research tools and bibliographic resources. These are different links that will take you to some content that they've developed based on the content of the database. So you can see here you could go learn about book cloth grain patterns and different things like that. One really interesting thing they've developed is a glossary of words that you might see in the records that you may not recognize. And so you see you have a lot here. Some of them have pictures like this one, and they have see also links and things like that. So we'll go back to the first page, and we're going to search the collection by clicking here. And you can search several different ways. You can search within specific galleries. You can search by the subject terms, and these are pretty specific terms. For example, if you go down to the B's, you see book cloth color black or book cloth grain pattern hexagon. So these are terms that you might not see in your traditional databases. So we're going to search by keyword. One interesting thing to note is that they don't have something called the advanced search, but they do have a guided search, which is the same thing. It's kind of hard to find if you aren't really looking up here, and it doesn't say advanced search, so you may not know to click on it, but it is here. But we're just going to search by keyword. So I'm going to put in Sacker. And most, if not all, of the 32 records that come back are going to be related to Amy M. Sacker, who is the creator of some of these bindings. You can look at your results a few different ways. There's the gallery view, and then also the full record view. So you have the first book, its full record, then the second book and its full record, and so on. We're going to do the default, which is the brief view. You get some of the elements here. You see this here that says multiple elements, and that just means that there are multiple pictures associated with this record. So we clicked on it, and you can look at the pictures in different sizes, and you also get the spine view of most of the books, and some of them have more pictures than this particular record. One interesting thing to note is the use of creator and author. Many times they are the same thing, but because this database is specifically for book bindings, you have the author of the book and then the creator of the binding. And you can see that even in the description. You have a description of the binding and then also a short description of the topic of the book. So now we're gonna save this record, and this is a way that if you find something that you like, you can just click this button here and then go to saved records, and you get all the records that you've saved. You can email them to yourself and things like that. You can unsave it here, or here. You can unsave all of them. And then another feature is the history. You can see the searches that you've made in that one session. Since you came into the database, you can see all the searches that you've made. So we're going to go back to the main page. And the final thing that we'll look at are these links down here. This is a collaborative project between the University of Alabama and the University of Wisconsin in Madison. So they have links to their home pages there. And there are a couple of other things. We're going to look at about PBO, and this just explains their reasons for creating the database and the goals that they have that they had when they created it. And then there's some other links that have some other pretty detailed information about the database. So that's all for my screencast. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to your feedback.